yourself. You stupid idiot. Hey, what are you doing here? Get out of here. What? Yo, all these people in here. All these no good nicks.
You're the one that's saying all that stuff.
Getting in my
You're the
house,
one that's being mean to me.
Getting in my office, talking mess.
I have good news for you, Edwin Hazelwood. I have my Okada dollar back.
I gave you your Okada dollar back.
Should never have taken them from me to begin with.
What is it? You're always leaving crap in my house. You left your dirty dishes here the other day?
I took that back home.
About damn time.
Don't get so anal retentive. It's gross. Everybody's asking if I was pooping. I didn't poop.
Oh, he blew up my toilet. Thank God I got my own bathroom in my bedroom without a door, so I just sitting there. Crap smell goes everywhere in my bed. It's disgusting.
I mean, I'm really thirsty today.
Thirsty. I need water. Anyways.
Water.
Oh, water. So good.
How's everybody doing today? Hope you're all doing well.
Hope you're doing good. We've got the beer. Miller beer. That's good, Julian Morris.
Why are you singing the Miller beer song?
Julian Morris, did I send out... Were you the one that wanted Lacey's signature on the postcard as well? Or is that somebody else? Because I know I put a postcard in there with me and Larson, but then I had sent an extra postcard, I think, separate from that. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I do, man. Ask me to do stuff, and maybe you'll get it, maybe you won't. Miller beer. James Rodriguez says he's got a lot of problems with those beach ball people.
Same here.
He said he was at Raw. He has quite the bone to pick.
Yeah, it's so distracting if you just want to sit and watch the show.
You know what? Why?
Because there's all this commotion going on.
It's a class. You've got, 15,000 people sitting there with you. There's going to be commotions. What's stopping you from... Here's my only problem with it. We're going to talk about it on Friday on our show then. Here's my only problem with it is if there's some idiot right next to you. If it's right
Here's the
near
thing about...
me.
No, quiet. Here's the thing about the beach balls. They can just be right next to you in any moment.
No.
Depending on what section they're going. Remember we at the Raw after Mania? It was the lower bowl right behind us.
Yeah.
Someone's got to hit it with some extra oomph. It could have been right on top of us.
Yeah.
Could have happened.
Karen's asking if the Lacey option on the postcard, she didn't realize that was an option.
I didn't realize that was an option.
Well, it's like a special request. Like, you got to think about it to do it. You just got to ask us. Got to ask me. I'm the guy who fulfills the patron stuff. And I'm the guy who's got to ask the Lacey signature.
This is true.
So, if you want it.
Oh, wow. Jake Weinreb says he was at the show, and The Miz took the mic in the middle of the match and yelled at the crowd. But that was during a commercial break. It was not on TV. That's awesome.
Wait, what happened?
The Miz, during a commercial break for the main event, I guess, took the mic and was yelling at the crowd for all the beach ball BS.
Oh, yeah.
Good on The Miz.
Yeah.
Heel that makes good points.
He's a heel.
That makes good points.
He's a heel.
That makes good points.
You've got the beer.
Cena just panders to the crowd. That's why he was encouraging it.
No, it's because Cena does not care at all about anything anymore.
James Rodriguez says 3 people in my area dropped their drinks during 10 beach ball sessions that we had.
Well, you know what, man?
That's making a mess.
If
That
you're
is a
not
public
old
safety
enough,
hazard.
if you're not old enough to understand how to carry your pint, maybe you shouldn't be at the bar.
That's a public safety hazard. That's slippery floor. Someone could slip and fall.
Your attitude is a public safety hazard. I'm going to slip and fall on your grumpiness, Dad.
Can't stand the beach balls. Ban them. Ban them.
I think Julian Morris actually crafted a Lacey postcard. It probably just needs to be stamped and sent. In fact, I've got like a bunch. She brought home a bunch of the international stamps the other day. So
cool.
So those are going to go out. We've got the beer.
Stop.
Miller beer. It's so stuck in my head, obviously. Sorry. How's our Daily Show doing? I love the Daily Show. We've got the...
It's doing well, except in the one aspect that probably matters most.
Yeah, we definitely need that call. Can we just put Dan on all of our thumbnails?
Sure. Let me ask the chat here now. Has anybody watched the Dan SummerSlam recap? I just want to get people's take on the different approaches.
What, having Dan on show and having Dan
well,
not
I mean,
on show?
The format's different. Instead of just doing a match by match breakdown, like we talk about finishes and stuff on our recap. With Dan, it's more loose.
Yeah.
It's a little more conversation, less structure.
I like it. I like that because
ask people's opinions.
I like that because it's Dan. Like it sort of warrants that because Dan don't keep up.
Yeah, no.
Are you curious to know if people would want us to apply that to our?
No. I'm just asking how people enjoyed a new approach. That's all.
You know what we should do if we do like Dan episodes, and then if we like bring in other like friendly YouTubers that we know for like more collaboration stuff like that.
Yeah.
We just like build a new set where we're just chilling. I don't know, just something new, something different. You know what we should do? Build like a talk show set, like a proper talk show. Only
if we can do it like the episode of Seinfeld where we find a local cable access show that just ceased production, and we go in their garbage and dig out that set and reconstruct it.
That's perfect.
That's the only way I'll be on board.
I want to do it.
All right, so far everybody says good.
Right, but would you want us to do it on a talk show, like a former public access talk show, like the Between Two Ferns type set?
Yes.
That'd be good. I like that idea. We've got the beer.
Stop.
Miller beer.
Has Cena never won the Intercontinental title?
No.
Oh.
He was the United States champion.
Yeah, I knew that. I thought he would have won it by now.
Eddie Menevar says Dan is too tranquilo on the product. So Dan asks himself while watching wrestling, tranquilo or no tranquilo?
Yeah, too tranquilo or not too tranquilo.
Rip off Total Biscuit and have the regular. Is that TB? Is that what you're talking about, Alex C? And have the regular podcast and the Going In Raw lounge for the more casual stuff. Yeah, the lounge. But with him, it's just like a split screen. I'm not a huge fan. I love John. I'm not a huge fan, like for us, aesthetically speaking, of like the quad screen.
Yeah.
I'd want to do like on like a multicam setup, and then in like the guest spot on the couch, like you're the Ed McMahon. And I'm the Johnny Carson, right? You want to trade off? Do you want the Johnny Carson spot sometimes?
I think we can both be host and sidekick.
But do we always have our same spot, or do we trade off spots?
No, we have the same spot. It'd be distracting if like every sentence we trade spots.
Yeah, but you'd be on the couch. Okay. You'd be on the far end of the couch. Okay. That's the Ed McMahon
You want
to
be behind the desk. Why can't we have a desk?
Can I do a monologue first? I've always wanted to be a talk show host.
Why can't we have a desk with 2 seats and then a couch for guests?
Wow. Crazy stuff.
So I pretty much do the talk show.
Yeah, you do this. You do this. I know you do that. I noticed that. Wow.
So that's my thing.
That's crazy stuff there. And then you got to go, ho ho.
You are correct, sir.
Oh, wow. That's a
ha ha ha.
Wow. So Oscar.
That's not a very good Johnny Carson.
Oscar got injured. Wow. She got injured.
All right, let's move on with our day.
Wow. Dude, or like a Dick Cavett show, or it's just awkward conversation for an hour.
Oh, that's so awkward.
Lacey hates Dick Cavett. She didn't really know anything about Dick Cavett until like I popped on Classics TV in the bedroom.
Goodness.
And she was like, I was watching. It was a Frank Zappa. No, yeah, it was a Frank Zappa interview.
Yeah.
And she was like, he was just being like a dick at the beginning. And I was like, well, I think he's sort of playing devil's advocate sometimes.
Yeah.
But Dick Cavett comes off as a dick sometimes.
Yeah, no, he was confrontational, but he always had the most laid back approach to it.
I know.
Like he had a fairly soothing voice.
He did not care if people were being entertained. He just wanted a good conversation, which I appreciate.
No, I do too. Like his interview, he did an interview with Iggy Pop that was similar to that.
Yeah.
He was
prodding
him a little bit, you know.
Wow, that's great stuff.
All right,
let's hit record. We've got the beer, Miller beer. Wow, that's great stuff. Wow, this beach ball mania. Wow. Wow.
At least I have my Okada dollars.
Great stuff. Well, those Okada dollars.
Take solace in that.
Now you got to be Ed McMahon. Come on.
No, let's get the show going. I'm hungry.
Is that worth any money there, Ed?
Infinite dollars. All right, you happy? Let's move on.
Yeah, no, I'm very happy. Thank you. See, very easy to please. All right. Here we go, people. Going live.
We are live.
Shoot show now. I don't even have your notes up. The notes up. Notes. Did I even watch Raw last night? How much?
I don't know. You were watching some of it when I got here.
I had to watch Easy. Larson's here trying to do my homework. Oh, man. Too much going on in the world, man.
Hey, Brigadoon. We have a video about what happened to Asuka up on our channel right now.
Right now.
Going in Raw Daily.
Yeah. All right. Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you're going to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve Larson, and anywhere fine podcasts are available. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, and of course the download or whatever it is on the iOS podcast thing. If you really want to help the show, if you really want to support, let's say you're like, I'm not going to go to your Patreon, I'm not going to just give you money, you beggars. Then if you really want to support the show in a non-financial way, go to that iOS podcast app, leave a rating or a review, and bang, it jacks us up in the sports and rec category.
Yeah.
And we'd much appreciate it. I'm going to give a shout out, not this episode, but one of the next ones, all the people who have left reviews lately. So one day I'm going to shout out the patrons. Next day I'm going to shout out the ratings and reviews.
That's very nice.
Shout them out. Why not?
Good idea.
You're helping the show. You're supporting the show. I really appreciate it. We're also on the Patreon at patreon.com/. Oh, what is going on with that?
I know. I was reading wrestling news and then all sort of bright flashing colors and stuff.
Viruses happening on your computer?
I have no idea.
Wow, that's crazy stuff. patreon.com/Steven Larson. 3 live streams per week recapping things. Right now we're at the dollar. The dollars are in. The dollar people are in.
Post pay-per-view Raw streams for dollars and up.
You can watch me do my terrible Johnny Carson impression.
It was awful.
That's crazy stuff.
Just stop. It's terrible.
Ed. How do you think? What do you think about that? Wow, that's a big jug of water you got there, Ed.
I'm not going to do it. That's so bad.
Come on, do an Ed McMahon.
I'm not going to do it. We have a show to do.
You are correct, sir.
That's terrible, too.
You know what my Ed McMahon is? It's just Phil Hartman doing Ed McMahon.
Yeah.
Oh, I love them. They're great.
Oh, Phil Hartman was the best.
He was the best. Anyways, we're also available at ProWrestlingTees.com/Going In Raw. We got some shirts.
You can get this shirt there, but it's not our shirt.
Yeah. Look.
That's our shirt.
It says bad words. And
we need to sell more shirts to unlock more designs, right?
Yeah. Quick note, too. We have a very special live event happening in Los Angeles. The day of No Mercy.
No Mercy Day.
September 24th at 1 p.m. in the Nerdist showroom at Meltdown Comics in Los Angeles there on the Sunset Strip.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be there along with Brian Zane from Wrestling with Regret. We're going to be reviewing this really bad pilot for like a TV show called Tag Team.
Yeah, with Roddy Piper and Jesse Ventura.
Right, exactly. It's on YouTube. You just Google it, and you can watch it beforehand. And then you can come and listen to us review it.
Yeah.
So that should be a lot of fun. Tickets are available. The link is in the description. I think it's at the very top of the description.
It is.
So check that out. That should be, a lot of fun.
It should be a good time, yes.
Anyways, let's talk about Raw, Larson.
Raw!
Okay, here's my nutshell. I was not that impressed with
you
Raw last night.
You texted me and you called it trash.
I called it garbage, but then everybody, I put out a poll on the Twitter, and the vast majority of people said it was just okay, as opposed to usual, which is like terrible. Like a lot of people usually say it's terrible.
Not a lot happened, but it was briskly paced. There really wasn't any boring segments.
Yeah.
So in that regard, it wasn't great, but it also wasn't boring and it wasn't bad. So I, for the most part, enjoyed it. But I also find that if I'm like doing things while watching Raw,
right,
like doing a little work or something, it enhances my enjoyment of the show.
So, yeah, I'm looking at the poll right here. Wow, 1,300 votes. Wow. 61% said it was just okay.
Yeah, it was fine.
Which is really good for Raw. Tops, like 21% of the people said tops, and only 18% of the people said it was crapola. I'm fully willing to admit that, hey, maybe I was just off. Maybe something was wrong with me. Because I'm not going to sit here and just be negative. Do you think it was
a matter of expectations? Because I think we both had hopes
I do.
This would be kind of to a slightly lesser extent, a Raw after Mania
The
situation.
crowd was.
Yeah.
The crowd, and I think the crowd was sort of expecting a Raw after Mania with maybe some NXT call-ups.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't see any of those.
Nope.
We did see the return to Raw of John Cena, of course. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean,
there was
wasn't into it.
They reshuffled the deck a bit, setting things up for the fall storyline wise.
Yeah.
Especially with the introduction of John Cena.
Yeah.
So that was good. The show kicked off with Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar coming out. Heyman gloating about Lesnar's victory at SummerSlam. Out comes Braun. Doesn't say a word. Attacks Brock.
Yeah, it was good.
Power slams him twice. Confirmed later in the show. That's our main event for No Mercy. So now we have to go. It's Strowman versus Lesnar.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. I keep on thinking in my head we're already going. But, yeah, we still have to buy tickets.
You just have to buy tickets.
Okay. Number one.
Because
this fascinates me. This doesn't count out. This fascinates me. Do you think Brock likes Braun?
I would hope so.
Because, okay, here's the thing. That's how you know we're going to get a fun match, is if Brock enjoys his time there. Otherwise, it's going to be boring.
Yeah.
I think I get the impression that Brock likes Braun.
I have a feeling that Brock likes guys who like to fight.
Yeah,
that's why I think he likes Joe. That's why I heard that he respects the fact that Joe's comfortable not planning things out, and Joe's comfortable mixing it up a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
And I think if you're willing to do that with him, he might be cool with you.
I think Brock also respects, which Braun doesn't have. I think Brock also respects if you've got a history, if you've paid your dues. I think he respects that.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Braun, that's interesting you say all that. I mean, that you've heard that, because what was the disconnect with Dean Ambrose? You think Brock looks at Dean Ambrose and says, "You weigh like $150, and
maybe
you're trying to be a hard guy."
CZW stuff.
Oh, that could be. You think Brock doesn't respect? Did you see that GIF I sent? I tweeted.
Oh yeah, the guy that does jumps off the structure of a building, try to hit the guy through the table and gets nothing.
he gets a dislocated hip. That's what he
probably
gets.
shattered his elbow too. I wash out like 6 times.
Yeah, I know. Me too. And every single time I go, oh.
And then,
he just sort of
I know it's bad, but then you watch enough times and you're like, you chuckle a little bit because of the bounce.
No, dude, you have to.
Because it's such a weird image.
It's very surreal
to see someone. Because I've never seen that before. Someone just over jump a table.
It's very surreal.
And I show it to my wife. Usually she's not cool with that kind of stuff, but I think she saw that I was watching it repeatedly. Yeah. So it can't be that bad.
Yeah.
And she kind of had the same response, like, "Oh, that's bad," but it's also kind of,
in
a surreal manner, kind of funny.
No body parts ended up where they weren't supposed to be.
That we saw.
So that was externally, superficially.
We didn't see any compound fractures or anything like that.
Exactly,
no.
And that makes a big difference.
Yes, there's no blood
because somebody showed us somebody screenshotted, because I didn't watch the replay. And I barely watched that match in the first place. The street fight, the Brooklyn street fight.
Oh yeah.
Because I was like, who cares about that? But then somebody did post a still that I happened to catch of Cass's knee in the wrong place.
Yeah, it looked like.
Oh god, it looks like it hurt so much.
Trapped under him a little bit.
Yeah, but anyways, so yeah, like you said, Braun and Lesnar. So then it was confirmed at some point during the show that indeed is going to be our main event for the Universal Championship. Brock Lesnar.
And that should be a lot of
Braun
fun if. Especially the beating that Brock took at the hands of Braun is any indication.
Yeah,
he's willing to do high spots with Braun. He's willing to sell for him.
Brock came out,
and that's going to go a long way for Braun. Assuming he will lose a match, Braun will. But if Brock makes Braun look great, it still does wonders for Braun.
No, I agree. Brock came out. He looked like he was in a good mood last night.
He did.
So
maybe he's enjoying his job.
Maybe he knows that he's got a bigger payday on the horizon. That's probably more the case.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on. Next up, we had
Enzo promo.
Another Enzo promo.
I'm just kind of checking myself out when he comes on TV.
Well,
I'm just completely checked out. I'll kind of passively listen.
Look, man, regardless of what this is the blow off here. I mean, this.
I know.
Enzo won the blow off match.
Whether it was intended to be or not, it's the blow off of the foreseeable future. Because,
well, here's the thing. I don't think it was intended to be. I think this is going to go on and on and on.
Yeah,
and
on. So towards what ended up being the end of the match, Cass goes for the boot. Enzo moves and drops the top rope down. Cass falls over, top rope tumbles to the outside. When he lands awkwardly. It looks like his foot got cut under his body.
Yeah.
Probably twisted up his knee a bit.
Yeah.
He was in obvious discomfort, got in the ring, was trying to walk on it.
Yeah.
He's having trouble. He tries the best he can. goes for an Empire elbow. He just can't do it. His knee just completely gives out.
Yeah.
And so the ref goes over to him, stops the match. You can tell, like right when Cass got right back in the ring, that he was talking to the ref a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So maybe the ref was aware of the fact that something happened that wasn't supposed to.
Yeah.
And Cass seemed obviously upset.
Oh yeah.
He seemed super
knew
upset.
that he knew this was going to be a ways to come back from, because that's an absolute bummer. Hopefully it's not that long. I mean, look, we can crap all over the storyline, but you don't want to see a guy get hurt.
I know.
You know. So.
I just say that after watching that GIF a bunch of times and kind of
well, here's the thing. If you're
bit,
in a high school gym, how much do you think that guy was making that night? $50,
yeah,
if that?
100 at most.
Yeah, exactly. Like I do kind of draw a limit. At that point, I'm like, no, don't do that.
Oh, I know.
It's so not worth it.
No.
Like, you're in a high school gymnasium.
You're about 10 feet in the air, or 10 feet above the ground.
His head was probably around 20 feet above the ground. Because it looked like, dude, there were 2 lengths of him. And if he's let's say he's like 6 feet.
No, I'm saying is that structure or the support he was on looked like it was in line with the basketball hoop.
Yeah. So that was around 10 feet. So his head's about 16 feet up there.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a long ways to go down. And you don't do that.
No.
You don't do that.
But regardless of, if I might have chuckled during that GIF because I watched it so many times.
Oh, yeah. And plus, you don't see
it's still not fun. It's not fun seeing someone get hurt. It's just not fun. No. It's a surreal image. That's why I chuckled. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. I don't laugh at people's pain.
It's sometimes surreal sights like that are just funny.
I know.
Anyways,
hopefully, I read online that Cass was scheduled for an MRI today. Hopefully, no severe knee damage.
Yeah.
But based on his reaction, I'm guessing he knew something bad had happened in his knee.
Yeah, not good. Next up, we had Emma and Dana Brooke backstage. Real quick side note here. Apparently, Dana Brooke's boyfriend passed away yesterday. He choked on his meal apparently while he was eating alone, and he died. That's horrible. That's horrific.
Yeah,
he was found last night. So
our
hearts and thoughts
bad.
go out to Dana Brooke, man. We really like her. Like, she's. I feel I always got the feeling that like Dana Brooke is like a hard worker who really wants to do good. Doesn't come off like a diva, if you will.
No.
No,
especially on Breaking Ground.
Yeah, totally, yeah. And so this is freaking devastating right now. So man, I couldn't imagine what she's going through right now. It's pretty awful. Emma was back there with her, and Emma was once again complaining about, or making excuses basically.
Yeah.
Saying, if only the cards had been stacked differently, I would be the women's Raw champion right now because I would have taken on Alexa Bliss. Yeah. And I would have won.
And once again, Dana said, but you tapped out.
Yeah, and she was ripping Nia Jax, and then Nia Jax rolls up behind her and was like, how long were you sitting there? And Nia Jax says, a while. And she's like, oh no. And then that led to a match between the two of them. And Nia Jax, of course, completely destroyed her. Nia Jax went over with a Samoan drop.
Yeah.
Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Elias.
Did you enjoy his song last night?
I did because he started to sing our Truth song, and he said, "Ha ha, just kidding. Now for some real music."
There's a couple times that you could tell it was really hard for him to contain a smile. He was just trying to hold it back so much.
Oh, he's the best. So, anyways, his eventual song was interrupted by our Truth, who comes down, and Elias picks up a win. I swear, the bell rang. I went to the kitchen to grab something, and while I was in the kitchen, I heard, "There's his drift away," and I looked back, and
it was very short.
Man, here's the thing. I love this. Happened a couple times during the night. They have found such a good match of Corey Graves, Michael Cole, and Booker T, who I feel Booker T sort of gives the least number of Fs, and so he's kind of the catalyst for a lot of their laughter. Yeah. And I'm so glad that they never brought back David Otunga because he wouldn't be that. Yeah. Booker T lightens the mood so much. It was this while they were trying to seriously plug that Bruce Lee movie. Yeah. Like Booker T kept on going like this, sort of making light of it. And Corey Graves and Michael Cole are both just trying not to laugh. And it was during this as well that Booker T. I love this dynamic that Booker T and Michael Cole pay so much respect to Elias.
They love Elias.
They love Elias and they give so much credit to his musical ability.
Yeah.
And it just infuriates Corey Graves. It's so much fun to watch these guys work. It really is.
Like you think, because in NXT, like Corey would talk trash about Samson, but Tom Phillips would just kind of react to whatever Corey was saying, but not necessarily stand up for Elias because Elias was the heel.
Right, exactly, yeah. But I love that Michael Cole, who seems to have all the power in terms of WWE commentary these days, he's not afraid. Like, he doesn't feel the need to play it super seriously.
I know.
They can have some fun with their job, and that just makes it fun for viewers at home. Next up, Kurt Angle came down to drop a promo
saying there's a new superstar here on Raw, and for the first time in over a year,
the prototype
John Cena is back.
He said, "What's your name?" And he said, "John Cena. Ruthless aggression."
Yeah.
No, that's when he first came out.
Yes. So John Cena comes out, drops a promo saying that he's here on Raw. He likes SmackDown well enough.
He took off his hat, and he's got John. Just does not, for a guy who according to TV, like the Total Bellas or whatever it is, which I know that's totally an over exaggeration of who John Cena is, but for a guy who seems so disciplined and regimented and serious about his work, he is complete. I'm not going to say checked out. That's not the right word.
No, like we said earlier, there's no pressure on him. He can just go out and have a good time.
Yeah, I think it's like to a ridiculous degree at this point, though.
Yeah.
It's like poofy hair. He hasn't got his hair cut in forever.
I wonder if he's growing his hair out for a movie. That's why.
How long can he go? Like, what does he really need to do to grow it out?
Maybe he needs Elias Sampson type long hair.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
So he comes out and says, SmackDown's fine. I enjoyed my time there. But I'm here on Raw because there's one man that I want to face.
Yeah.
Cue Roman Reigns' music.
Mm-hmm.
He comes down in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Cena says, look at that. Just the man I was talking about. They start talking. Miz comes out. Once again, heel that makes good points.
Yeah, it's funny because the crowd was so into
The Miz.
They were really into The Miz. And The Miz was, I feel like The Miz was alternating between trying to heel in the crowd at the same time not doing that. So I don't know where he stood on that. But people love The Miz. They really popped when he said, "I've been doing this for 12 damn years. I deserve some respect." And that's when they really popped and said, "You deserve it." You know, give him his moment or whatever it was he was demanding. So it was kind of like the WrestleMania and the lead up to WrestleMania a little bit. People are really they're appreciating The Miz too much to really let him get under their skin.
Yeah, he's just so good on the mic.
Yeah.
You have to appreciate it. So Cena challenged The Miz to a tag team match. Cena and Reigns against Miz and a partner of his choosing.
Yeah.
Of course, Samoa Joe comes out. He tells The Miz, your partner's not going to be Bo Dallas.
Yeah.
Or Curtis Axel.
It's going to be me.
It's going to be me.
It's going to be Joe.
So we have this interesting storyline brewing around the Intercontinental title.
Yes.
Which is interesting. They're kind of emulating.
Okay,
they're kind of emulating what they did with the Universal title, having probably a couple narrative threads going, intersecting around the title. We'll see what happens with it.
Well, let me ask you, though, do you think, because I think that The Miz holding the Intercontinental Championship is incidental to what's going on, because I don't think Samoa Joe, John Cena, or Roman Reigns, I don't think any of them are going to be in it. Maybe Samoa Joe. You think they're going to be in a program for the Intercontinental Championship?
Not directly.
Yeah, I don't think
if
so.
If Cena's never won the Intercontinental Championship, there's always a chance they'll put it on him.
You really think so?
If not, no other reason than to transition away from Miz to say Joe.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like everybody in the ring, including The Miz, are kind of above the Intercontinental Championship. I mean,
especially the fact that the Intercontinental title wasn't defended at SummerSlam.
Yeah, Miz is sort of the IC championship at this point. But I'm not sure that's going to be. I'm not sure I want that to happen. But I mean, I don't know. Cena with a title again, it'll be fine. Whatever. But I just like that The Miz. I mean, The Miz seems just bigger than it now. Also,
yeah.
So yeah, that led to. I love the moment between. It was a markout moment when Joe and Cena finally.
Oh, that was great because Joe looks at Cena in size.
Yeah,
like he was reflecting on the past 17 years because they were in
right,
WWE
exactly.
developmental together.
The paths that both of them
their careers took really divergent paths.
Absolutely.
Ultimately, for them to meet in the WWE ring, 15 years later, and that was all in his face.
Yeah,
and it was great.
No, it was good. It was,
and then he
good.
punches him.
Yeah. He just walks up to him and it just starts beating on him.
It was fantastic.
So that was good. I mean, it did illustrate. I'll say this. It did illustrate that Cena has. I mean, the brand split is what, a year and a half old now.
A little bit more than a year, but a year and a month.
Okay. Oh yeah, because it was SummerSlam.
It was last July.
Right. Yeah. Cena's got fresh matchups thanks to NXT call-ups, thanks to a number of things, thanks to shifting of certain career paths like Roman Reigns. Cena has some you can call them kind of dream matchups over there on Raw waiting for him.
Oh yeah, you got him and Joe, him and Reigns,
him and Braun potentially. So there's a lot to work with there. That's probably the main reason why Cena came over to Raw. There really wasn't left for anything for him to do on SmackDown. Nakamura sort of holding the fort in that kind of role there.
Yeah.
He'll get that title.
No, I know.
He'll get the title.
No, I know he will.
So yeah, that was fun. That led to I don't know. Did we mention that led to the main event? Did you mention that?
Led
already?
to the main event.
Okay, led to the main event. Cena just adopts Roman Reigns as his partner.
I know.
And he says, "Me and Roman Reigns." And Roman Reigns goes. I kind of appreciate that. That's sort of Roman Reigns, his heel turn, if you will. His gimmick is just sort of like being. I
feel like he's just kind of put out.
Yeah, put out. Thank you. That's the word. I was going to go with the exacerbated, but it's not really that. But just put out. Like his look is always this.
I feel like that he too easily kind of dressed into the background of a lot of segments, though.
He does.
It's real easy for him to just kind of disappear.
Yeah.
Even during the Fatal 4-Way match, I mean, apart from the spots that were obviously booked to prominently feature him, he just fade into the background.
But the thing is, he's always that guy who, when he does, I mean, you could say that he's the guy that, you're right, he fades in the background, but he's always looming there.
No,
you know what I mean?
I know. But he doesn't command the ring. He doesn't command your attention.
True.
That's what I'm saying.
That's true.
Like when Joe's in the ring, you pay attention.
Yep.
When Braun's in the ring, you pay attention. When Brock's in the ring, you pay attention.
Yeah.
And I think the reason you would pay attention to Reigns is because we've been kind of, we've been told essentially this is a guy you have to pay attention to.
Well, we've been conditioned to understand that he's going to win no matter what.
Yes, conditioned.
Yeah.
Next, we had a 8-man cruiserweight match. Normally when they stick these multi-man cruiserweight tag matches on the show, it's kind of dull.
Yeah.
This was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a fun match. I am talking about conditioned because of how many people were involved here. I kind of checked out. It's a fun match. It's a fun
like
match.
everybody in the match, so I mean that helps to pay attention.
Yeah.
I think
Mustafa
maybe
Ali had some cool stuff.
Maybe
going on.
subconsciously with the title change last week on Raw, it made me feel like, oh, maybe something of significance can happen in the cruiserweight division on Raw.
Yeah.
So it's worth paying attention. It was worth paying attention just because of that lumbar check.
Oh my gosh,
that
Tony
Cedric
Nese
did it. Tony Nese. Tony Nese sold that marvelously.
Oh yeah, it was great. No, I like all these guys. I like 205 Live. I'm still not there. I know the title change hands on Raw, but I'm like, you know what? I'll watch 205 Live for 205 Live, and that's because I know that's where the stuff happens.
Oh, I know. They do need to do a better job of advancing story on Raw instead of just having showcase matches.
Yeah, showcase matches.
Next, Neville interview. Neville is magnificent.
Neville is the man. He is the best.
He might be doing the best character work in all WWE right now.
No, I agree with that. Because,
definitely on the main roster.
And also, what helps that is the fact that he sticks to kayfabe outside of programming.
Certainly doesn't hurt.
No, I agree. Anyways, he was talking crap about Tozawa, and what did he call Titus O'Neil?
A parasite. Was it
like a
flesh-eating
disease?
flesh-eating parasite or something like that? Yeah.
Titus O'Neil. And then, speaking of which, Titus O'Neil and Akira Tozawa show up, and they essentially say, "We've got one word for you, and that's rematch."
Yep, that's happening on 205 Live.
Yep,
this week.
That should be fun.
It'll be a lot of fun.
What's your prediction on that?
Neville retains.
Yeah, I think Neville retains.
They were really talking up Cedric Alexander during the cruiserweight match, so he might be next in line.
All right.
Next, Kurt Angle is backstage on his phone. Jason Jordan comes in, and Jason Jordan says that he wants a challenge, so he wants Finn Balor.
Kurt Angle does.
He doesn't want any favoritism, maybe preferential treatment.
Well, then Kurt Angle should have said no. No, then why? No. Sorry. Look at your win-loss record. Always go back to because Kurt Angle did the same heavy sigh. Ooh, man. Ooh, I don't know how this is gonna look. Yeah, are they trying to bury Jason Jordan? Is that the point of this? Are they experimenting with how deep they can bury somebody?
No, there was a moment in the Finn Balor match that I think might serve as a very subtle pivot.
Okay,
we'll get to it when we talk about, or we're going to talk about it now. No, we'll wait till the match because I want to talk about beach balls.
Okay.
Next, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose promo.
Yeah, this is fun.
It was all right.
Yeah, they're nerds. That's what it is. They're nerds.
They are.
It feels like old times. You know, they're too steep. They're nerds.
They're a nostalgia act already. That's what they are.
They're a nostalgia act. You're so right about that.
And how they get the crowd to pop more. Toss it another nostalgia act because the Hardy Boys come out and Seth Rollins says Hardy's challenged him to a match because they want the tag titles back, and Seth says something like, we grew up watching you two innovate. Mm-hmm. Like, wow, this is just all nostalgia going on in the ring right now. There's Shield nostalgia, there's Hardy's nostalgia, nostalgia across the board.
Yeah, it was great.
And maybe that's why I wasn't too into it. The match was good. It was a lot of fun.
It was a really long match, too. They gave these guys a million years.
If they give Seth and Dean 15 minutes for all their matches, it'll be delightful. Imagine how good of a match
it'd be wonderful.
Seth and Dean will put on against the Revival.
Oh, I know.
Just the interplay between both those teams would be fantastic. If the Revival can stay healthy
I know.
while these two are still a team, it will be magnificent.
Okay, so we're still on, I guess this is a non-news thing, but we're on Broken IP Gimmick Watch 2017 still, which apparently is dead in the water.
But Matt did say, yes!
Yes! Corey Graves used the word obsolete. The crowd was totally into the delete and obsolete chants.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they're going to do with that.
I don't either.
But no, like you said, super fun match. Again, whenever I watch a Hardy Boys match, I always think to myself, how does Jeff Hardy still take the bumps that he takes? Because, man, he ragdolls himself. Jeff Hardy seemed really geeked to be in the ring, too. Like, when they were doing the promo stuff at the beginning, the friendly competition thing, Jeff Hardy was talking a lot, and he was really, like...
very comfortable.
Yeah, very comfortable, very energetic.
Yeah.
Usually he kind of broods a little bit.
Yeah, no, he seems to be really enjoying his most recent stint in WWE.
Yeah, he does. He does.
And the Hardy Boys alluded to their own problems getting along as brothers.
Yes.
Their previous feuds.
Wonderful.
But anyways, of course, the tag champions retain. Mm-hmm. I guess their finisher is just going to be both of them doing their finishers.
Yes.
Rollins does his ripcord knee thing.
Yeah.
Followed by Dirty Deeds. Rollins pins Jeff. I would really like to see them come up with some sort of joint.
That'd be fun.
Team finisher. Imagine if they had done. They can't do this. Ambrose gets someone Dirty Deeds.
Okay.
Rollins goes for a curb stomp. Curb stomp.
Oh man, they should do that. They should totally do that. That'd be great. Oh, I love that. It's a great idea, though.
Next.
See, that's why 2K needs the create your own finishers. Create your own tag finishers. Are you kidding me? That'd be great.
Fantastic.
That'd be fantastic.
Next, Miz backstage, talking strategy. Mm-hmm. Samoa Joe says, no, my way. That's how we're going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And everybody sort of bows to his alpha maleness. He says, cool. And then Miz taps him on the shoulder and he goes, Miz is
Joe's
great.
the best. Miz is great.
We can agree on both of those
Miz is great.
things.
Joe is the best.
We can agree on both of those things.
Next, Sasha Banks comes out to the ring, drops a promo, saying that her Brooklyn curse has been broken.
Yes.
She finally scored a win in Brooklyn.
Correct.
Alexa Bliss comes out. She wants a rematch. Apparently that's happening at No Mercy, too.
She says, Sasha, you have a hard time keeping your... No, the rematch is happening next week.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah. She says you have a hard time keeping your...
belts.
Defending your belts.
Yep, keeping the belts once you win it.
Mm-hmm. So that's going to happen. We'll see if Alexa Bliss works on that loss face or win face, depending. Yeah, but I imagine it's going to be another loss face.
So telegraphed.
Yeah.
Next, Jason Jordan versus Finn Balor. Here's the thing. There is a spot... I wouldn't have noticed it, but they replayed it after the commercial break where Jason Jordan goes to shake Finn's hand and Finn just hits him.
Yeah.
And after that, Jason Jordan seemed like, okay, well, I'm not going to be the nice guy anymore.
It's like that, is it?
Yeah. So maybe that's just a little subtle pivot in his character.
I hope so.
I know. We'll see what happens
because
next week.
You see, like when he actually came out for the match, and you just look at the crowd just at times been like fever pitch, and they were just sitting there as if a ghost, like as if you can't see anything that's in there.
Well, they kind of acted like they got their goddamn beach balls out and started playing with beach balls instead of paying attention to a Finn Balor match. Finn Balor.
Yeah, but everybody knew the outcome. It's Jason Jordan.
It was a good match, though. It was a good match.
Yeah, Jason Jordan's good.
He's a really good wrestler. Say what you will about his character work. That's not entirely his fault, I don't think, because creative doesn't know what to do with him. He always delivers in the ring.
Do you think they don't know what to do with him, or do you think they're doing exactly what they want to do with him?
Okay, maybe they don't know what to do with them, but, or it's either that or what they're doing with them isn't the course they should be taking.
I just don't know what they're doing with them. I'm very confused by this. You had like a really hot story, kind of, and then a big reveal, and then...
That was anticlimactic to a degree.
Yeah, totally. It was. I'm not going to say confusing, but it was just like, well...
Well, the way they set it up, they set up as if it was going to like completely shake Kurt Angle's world.
Yeah, I know.
And it wasn't that.
I know.
That's what I meant by anticlimactic. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So
they got out the beach balls.
Yeah, just stop with the beach balls already. Just stop.
It's okay. You can play with beach balls if you want.
Go to the beach and play with your beach balls.
Who wants to do that? It's like probably cold outside out there on the East Coast, man.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Just stop with the beach balls. It's such a distraction. And when WWE shows people playing with the beach balls in the crowd, it eggs them on. They're going to do it more.
It's going to make it worse.
Because everybody wants to bring their beach ball and play with it in the crowd so they can get on TV.
Yeah, I know.
So they can take over the show.
Let me ask you
Just
something.
stop with it.
Let me ask you something. What do you like worse? What do you dislike more? Beach balls or the people in the audience that spend the entire show trying to get everybody to chant what they want to chant? Because that bugs me more.
I think the beach balls infuriate me more.
Because here's the thing about the beach ball. If I'm sitting there, right, and I got like my beer, and I got my hot dog, and I got some popcorn ready to go, and I know Lacey's on her way with nachos, and then like the beach ball thing happens, and it comes near me, and I'm like, oh, we're going to protect my crap here, and then the beach ball goes away. It's a second. If idiot is sitting next to me.
Well, I think that's
and
part
he's
of it.
standing there. Hey, everybody, chant what I want you to chant. Let's chant something clever that I just thought of because I'm funny. Everybody, look at me.
I think that's part of it. It's proximity.
Oh,
see, if
I would be rageful.
If I'm sitting near a person like that, that'd probably bother me more. But if there's a beach ball in that arena, it's gonna irritate me.
Yeah,
because it's gonna be a distraction. I didn't pay. See, I know you say people pay their money; they should be able to do what they want in terms of playing with beach balls and stuff. I pay money to go into the arena and watch wrestling. I don't want to be distracted by beach balls.
I'll put it here. I'll put it this way. I'm not a fan of the beach ball. We're gonna debate like the lines that fans shouldn't be crossing on Friday on our debate show because we do differ in that. But the beach ball doesn't bother me as much as, even if it's not right next to me, seeing idiot over there doing that, understanding that he is ruining the experience of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or so people directly around him. If he's in front of me, or if I see him and he's blocking the view of somebody because he wants everybody to chant, somebody next to him, or they have, like, God forbid, they have their poor kids next to him. Oh, that's the worst.
Well, often someone nearby has to say, "Excuse me, you're ruining our experience here. We paid a ticket just as you did.
Yeah,
please be more considerate."
But nobody should have to do.
No, I
agree. That awkward.
Here's
person.
the thing about the beach balls, though.
Because the beach ball doesn't make you do that. The beach ball
it doesn't. But here's the thing. Here's why I think, in a sense, the beach ball is worse. Because say you're sitting near that person. We're
having our debate show now.
I know. Say you're sitting near that person.
Yeah.
For the most part, you would hope that's an isolated thing. That's just one person. Whereas you could be sitting across the arena, trying to enjoy the show, realizing there's beach ball business going on, and then 2 minutes later, it's right on top of you.
Yeah.
The area of distraction of the beach ball is far greater than one person. Yes.
Because you're one little drop in a giant bucket of potential little tiny beach balls.
But if I'm sitting across the arena from some guy who's trying to start a bunch of chants, that's not here's the thing.
That's
not going to bother me.
It's the difference between you and I, because I focus on stuff like that. I'm like, oh my God, I hate that guy. Like, that to me, my rage and hatred being directed towards that idiot, that's a bigger distraction than the beach ball making the rounds.
Can't stand the beach ball. Can't stand
it. Good debate we just had there. That's a preview of what you can.
I think that's the whole debate we're
that's
probably going to do on Friday.
It's done.
Sorry, I was on my mind.
No, it's good.
I that's a position I hold with great passion.
Yeah.
I don't like the beach balls.
Yeah.
Stop with the beach balls, please.
Yeah.
Main event was next. Reigns and Cena against Miz and Samoa Joe. Of course, the beach balls were out. Camera showed it. Cena was encouraging.
Cena was egging him on. And then after the show, apparently he got on the mic and said, I'm totally fine with what everybody did today because it's all in good fun. All in good fun. It's beach ball. It's all in good fun.
It's a distraction. The Miz, the heel that makes good points, but telling the crowd to stop. Good point.
Yeah,
Miz.
but do you think he was really telling them to stop? Or do you think he was healing them up, trying to get some heel heat?
Telling them to stop because it's a distraction.
Yeah, maybe.
Really
anyways, fun match regardless, and it had a really cool finish where Joe was choking out Cena
in the coquina clutch,
and Roman went for the Superman punch on Joe, and ended up landing it on Cena.
Yeah, Joe got out of the way, so then Joe tosses Roman out of the ring, goes to do a suicide dive on him, eats a punch to the face.
Yeah, that was fun.
Miz, seeing that Cena's laid up from the coquina clutch, approaches him, goes for the skull-crushing finale. Of course, Cena reverses it, hits the AA. One AA, wins.
Well, yeah, that's why Miz is not fighting for the Universal Championship anytime soon.
It's a meaningless match for Miz.
Yeah, exactly.
So he can just lay down for one AA.
Yeah, that's not a big deal. Although you would think that Cena and Miz go back far, because I think Cena probably likes Miz.
Yeah, I think so.
I think he probably has respect for Miz.
Respects him, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's fine with Miz. It would have been nice if Cena did the double AA thing.
Or a top rope.
An extra bit of respect for Miz.
Yeah, hit one AA, do the rollover, pick him up, another AA.
That would have been nice.
That's always an impressive sight, too.
Yeah. Anyways, let's answer
some questions,
please.
Some
questions from people that have asked questions on the Patreon.
Yes.
Patreon.com/Steve and Larson. Here we go.
Eddie Jose Guevara Menavar. Hey, friendos, would you guys have liked a fatal four-way for the Intercontinental title instead of a tag team match? That's what I thought was going to happen when Joe first came out and interrupted the Miz, Roman, and Cena segment. I feel it would have elevated the title since it wasn't defended at SummerSlam.
Jason the Cabbie here has a good response to this. He says, good thought, but creative / Vince sees all those guys except for Miz and the Miztourage as too big for the IC title. I kind of agree with that. I liked when they were trying to establish in the Raw after the Raw after Payback. What was the Raw we went to?
The Raw after Payback.
Yeah, okay, yeah. When they were trying to establish the Intercontinental Championship
as the top belt, yeah.
As
the top day-to-day belt, sorry.
The top day-to-day belt. On par with the U.S. title over there on SmackDown, like with AJ and Kevin Owens and all those guys. You had Seth, Finn, and Dean and The Miz all in the mix for the IC title. I think that would have been... I like that better than like Samoa Joe, who's just coming off the Universal Championship. John Cena, who's megastar guy.
Yeah.
And then... Roman Reigns, who's also being groomed for the Universal Championship.
That said, I would not be surprised if Cena picks up the Intercontinental title because he hasn't won it yet.
That'll be now.
Then drops it to Joe.
Yeah, Dom the Man Hilberg. Cena's on Raw, but he's not inserting himself into the Universal title picture. Are they about to put the IC title on him to make him a Grand Slam champ before he leaves for Hollywood?
Potentially.
Maybe. Do you want to see that?
If it means Joe gets the belt, yes.
Joe is already above belt, though.
But if after No Mercy,
I'm assuming he can make the belt bigger.
I'm assuming Lesnar's going to be going away till SummerSlam, so that's a couple months.
Yeah,
they need a very strong top day-to-day champion. Not to say the Miz isn't, but giving Joe that opportunity would be pretty cool. Hamza Halal, is Asuka's injury the perfect way for them to take the belt off her without having her lose and then move on her to main? You say no.
Yeah, no. I say no. I say no. I say. The title, like stripping her of the title because she's injured, is I think it's the wrong way to go. That's not the way you take the belt off of Asuka.
Apparently, a father and son were kicked out of the arena last night for using the beach balls.
I'm
not saying you have to go that far. Just tell them to stop using it.
Yeah,
you have to kick them out.
Oh, father and son.
Yeah. Don't have to kick him out.
I hope it was a guy in his like 60s and then his son's in his 30s, as opposed to like a guy in his 30s.
There's video on WrestleZone. I'm not saying throw people out. Just take the ball away.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I like what we mentioned in the Daily Show today.
Oh, interim champion. And then when Asuka comes back, have a match to determine the true NXT Women's Champion.
Real champion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Discord Club leader Adam Fella says, I expected some kind of NXT call-up this episode, so who would you call up for this post-SummerSlam Raw? Who would have you called up?
Authors of Pain.
Mm-hmm.
Authors of Pain.
Mm-hmm. Build them up for a bit to feud with Ambrose and Rollins.
Yeah, sure.
I think that would have been pretty good. Them and, yeah, Authors of Pain. I think that's it.
Yeah, pretty much, because I want
I don't want to see a whole lot of...
I don't want like it. No,
maybe like one, maybe two per show at most.
Like I'd like to see Bobby Roode tonight and the Iconic Duo. Put them on SmackDown right now. Why not? Let's ask this question from Robert Chacon. The Steve Club Mark says Beach Ball Mania made a sequel appearance during the main event. What are some other things that the crowd does that downright pisses you off besides what we've already mentioned? Is there anything else?
Chance? I'm tired of what chance.
Oh,
stop with the what chance.
Yeah, inappropriate what chance. The only time you should do those are with McMahon's, and even then it should be CM Punk chance.
Yes. Pizza Overlord Enos Butts IV. Hey, friendos. The crowd was super vocal tonight, positively for Braun and Miz, and negatively for Cena and Reigns. Which reactions are more impactful, do you believe?
I'd say the positive ones for Braun, because they're really showing the higher-ups. They're showing Vince that people love Braun.
Yes.
People want Braun.
Put the belt on him. Mayor of Planet Houston. Who is the face and heel between Roman and Cena, and where does Samoa Joe go from here? Also, is The Miz the best? Could he be one of the most over guys soon if they let him?
Well, hold on. Miz is great. Joe is the best. Right. We agree on that one.
Joe is the best. Who is they both kind of exist.
Well, according to the crowd, they both suck, but that's a different crowd.
Yeah.
On a week-to-week basis.
I feel like Cena's going to be the face, Roman's going to be the heel.
Yeah, I get that. I get that idea, too, because Cena can play with the crowd a lot more.
Yeah.
Cena can play with the crowd. Roman cannot.
Yes.
Samoa Joe Raleigh. How many birds do you think Strowman could house comfortably in his beard? I like this. This might be the most upvoted question I've ever seen.
5.
10 upvotes.
5, I think.
5 small birds, yeah. Like one giant.
Like one condor?
Like condor. That's a good one. That's funny. Oh, here we go. Josh Gunson. First time patron. He says, I had a heated discussion with a friend about the most important days in the WWE calendar, and he gave his power ranking of it.
Oh.
He said number 1, Mania. Number 2, Rumble. Number 3, Raw after Mania. Number 4, SummerSlam. And number 5, Money in the Bank. He says he thinks otherwise. I'm kind of curious what his friend thinks, because
that's pretty good.
This is pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know if I can necessarily disagree with that. Mania is most important. Rumble's second most. Raw after Mania they made to be fairly important because that's when they do some shakeups.
Yeah.
And kind of, hit the reset on some storylines. And then SummerSlam. It's just supposed to be the WrestleMania of the summer. I mean, you could argue that Money in the Bank maybe doesn't belong in the top 5, but that's still not a bad one.
Yeah, I know, but what would be number 5?
I don't know.
What's bigger, Money in the Bank or Raw after SummerSlam?
Well, I mean, this year, Money in the Bank. Although the
SmackDown after Mania.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, Money in the Bank, especially now that both titles could see a shakeup of sorts. I'd say Money in the Bank. I mean, I can't think of another number 5.
Yeah, I can't either. If we're just strictly sticking to the WWE calendar, if not, NXT Takeover Brooklyn number 5.
How about January 4th, Tokyo Dome?
Yeah. The Nightcrawler. Hey guys, my question is about Bray Wyatt. I listened to a lot of other podcasts, and all of them at this point have soured on him, mostly because his promos at this point are just rambling. His matches are always average at best. So my question is, why do you guys still like him? By the way, Larson is completely right. Bray would go to GFW. Rusev is a far better fit in New Japan. Why do we still like him? Because we see the potential. At least speaking personally, I still see the potential in him. He's a money-making machine if they book him correctly.
Let me ask you this, though. Did you miss him at Raw last night?
I was surprised he didn't make an appearance.
Yeah.
That's not to say I missed him per se, but I was surprised he wasn't there.
I'll put it this way. I'm not sour on him. I'm not sitting here saying, screw Bray. I don't want to see Bray ever again. Nobody can ever take seriously Bray Wyatt again because that's BS. It's not true. Like, he could easily win the Universal title tomorrow and everybody be totally back on board with it. People would pop. That's always going to be his thing. So I'm never going to say that. That being said, it's been a while since I've really cared about what they're doing with them.
Yeah, that I agree with 100%.
So, I mean, I don't know.
We haven't sour, but might have become a bit more disinterested.
Yeah, because they don't do anything with it.
No. Ty Dingleberry. Hey, friendos. Power ranked new names for the Superman punch if for some reason WWE lost the right to use Superman. So DC went to WWE
DC says
can't use it.
Can't do that no more.
The Reigns Maker.
You can't be that. The name maker.
Couple more.
All right. Let's see here.
James Rodriguez, do you think Seth and Dean will last long enough to get their own name theme combo like Sheamus and Cesaro did, or will they end as quickly as they began, like Y2AJ? Neither. They're so popular as single stars. People show up, I guess, to hear their themes, see their finishers, that's just how it's going to be.
I think it's both. I think they're going to last a while with these titles, and they're going to keep separate entrances.
Yes.
I don't think they're ever going to get their dual music. I don't think that's ever going to happen. They could maybe do some weird mashup, but no, they're going to do...
No, I think it'll be like what they did last night, where they play a few bars of
right. Because that's what they do with Sheamus and Cesaro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they actually have an intro that's got some choreography to it, you know? Mm-hmm. Whereas Dean walked out, Rollins walked out, they walked the ring. Ambrose didn't do his usual
Okay,
stuff or any of that.
No, I think what they're going to do... Did they do this last night, or am I just imagining this? The first person's going to walk out and go like this.
They didn't do that.
The second person's going to walk out.
There was no fist bump.
They're going to link up, and that's when they're going to go. That's what they're going to... That's my prediction.
One more. Then we'll do kayfabe corner.
Okay. JT, if Samoa Joe told you, Steve, that Larson is not hosting with you, he will now be your partner. Would you stand up for Larson?
Wait, start again. Sorry.
Samoa Joe comes up to me and says, Larson's not hosting with you. I'm hosting with you.
Oh, take that deal.
Now I'm going in.
I'm telling you to take that deal.
Yeah.
That's Samoa Joe. He's the best.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, but I like our dynamic. I'm not sure I'll have the same dynamic with Samoa Joe.
I don't know, man.
If it's in character Samoa Joe, I'm not sure I'd want to take that deal.
Take that deal. You'll get a view pop because it's Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
People love Samoa Joe. Take that deal.
Oh, we'll get the view pop, and then I'll just once people get used to it, and I want you back.
You're gonna swerve them.
I'll just start farting. I'll just eat a lot of onions beforehand. And I'll just be like, and I'll be like, "Are you farting over there?"
It's gross, man.
Sorry, Joe.
One more question. This will be interesting. Colin, using only currently signed WWE talent. So no one rumored to be signing.
Okay.
Who do you see holding all the main roster belts 2 years from now?
Alex C says their current combo finisher should be called Dirty Needs.
It's good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Anyways, what's the question?
Who's going to hold the belts 2 years from now? Main roster belts. Cruiserweight champion Leo Rush.
2 years from now?
I mean, it'll happen sooner probably, but...
I'm going to say 2 years from now, Mustafa Ali.
Oh, good pick.
Yeah.
I like him a lot.
Me too.
Universal Champion. AJ Styles.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Intercontinental Champion.
The Intercontinental belt is so weird. I mean, Kevin Owens had it. Miz and Dolph ain't nowhere now.
That's the toughest one to pick as far as I'm concerned.
If history's any indication, Miz is still going to have it.
Yeah, Miz.
Still Intercontinental Champion.
Raw Tag Team titles.
Raw Tag Team
The
titles.
Revival. They'll finally stay healthy long enough.
Yeah, there you go.
To get back in the good graces of Vince.
It's going to take 2 years.
I know. Over on SmackDown, WWE title.
WWE title on SmackDown is going to... Randy Orton.
Oh, gosh.
No, it's going to be... Oh, am I having a hard time thinking of roster spots?
So coming out of SummerSlam, who's going to...
Braun. Braun will have it.
Oh, he'll be on
Braun's,
SmackDown?
Braun's eventually going to be like a complete top title guy.
Yeah.
That's what he's going to be.
U.S. title.
U.S. title. I'm going to say, okay, for SmackDown tag team titles, I'm going to say Street Profits. They feel immediately like SmackDown guys.
Oh, that'd be
they're
great.
They're going to have it 2 years from now.
I'm going to say War Machine.
U.S. title, I'm going to say Sami Zayn.
Okay.
2 years from now. He'll get out of that hole.
Okay. Take him 2 years, though, huh?
It'll take him a while.
I'm going to say Drew McIntyre.
A year ago, I thought that Sami Zayn would be fighting for the Universal title this year.
All right, Steve, are you ready? Are you ready for the greatest pro wrestling trivia challenge there is?
Aleister Black. Heck yeah. WWE champion. Kayfabe Corner.
What is Kayfabe Corner?
Greatest wrestling trivia challenge.
Yes, 12 names, some real, some fake.
Right.
2 trivia questions.
Right.
Up for vote this week, Asuka.
Oh, ooh, wow.
And Becky Lynch.
Oh, wow. Ooh.
Asuka won.
Ooh.
Are you ready? Number 1.
Yeah.
Sheila Rogers.
Real.
Fake.
Good job.
2, Betsy Ruth.
Betsy Ruth. Fake.
Real.
Okay.
3, Dr. Monstrous.
That's a good one. I'll say real.
Yep.
Okay.
4, Robin McGuire.
Robin McGuire. Fake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
5, Stephanie McIntosh.
Fake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
6, Lou Fisto.
Real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
7, Sally Stitches.
Fake.
Real.
Wow, nice.
8, Passion Ray.
Passion Ray. Fake.
Mm-hmm. No, sorry, real.
Oh, wow.
Next, Haley Skater.
Fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next, Crazy Sunshine.
Fake.
Real.
Okay. Wow, that's a good one.
I know. Next, Jessie McKay.
Fake.
Real.
Wow.
Lastly, Ashley Dashwood.
Fake.
Yeah.
Okay. I got 6.
Who did Asuka face in her very first United States match? First match in the United States.
I'm going to say Alicia Fox.
Mia Yim.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting. Wow.
Who did Asuka face in her NXT in-ring debut?
Alicia Fox.
Dana Brooke.
Oh, okay.
So we got 6 or 5?
I got 6. It's not great. Not a great showing.
It's not terrible, though, either.
It's literally half of questions anyways.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's it. Anyways, that's it for the show. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're going to hang out with our patrons for a little bit.
Yep.
And then we're going to have some lunch.
Yep.
Till next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.
And we're out.
How's everybody doing?
How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing good. Miller beer.
How's everybody doing right now? Sorry. I'm hungry. Alex C. has an interesting question. Should Emma be moved to SmackDown and paired with a called-up iconic duo?
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
With faction.
Carlos Hackworth. Power rank top 10 studs in NXT. Studs.
Well, Drew McIntyre's number 1.
Yeah.
He's like total stud. He's prime stud. So stud him.
Yeah.
Number 2 stud is Montez Ford.
Yeah.
Number 2 stud. Number 3 stud
What about Patrick Clark?
is Patrick Clark. Number 4 stud is Bobby Roode.
Yeah.
Number 5
Damo.
stud is not Definitely not Damo.
Alexander Wolf.
No. Although he's much bigger than I really thought he was in the first place. Number 5.
Almas.
Okay, number 5 stud is Almas. Number 6 stud, Paul Ellering.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, major stud.
Yeah.
Number 7 stud.
Gargano.
Total stud.
Yeah.
Number 8.
8.
Adam Cole, baby.
All right.
Oh, he's a stud. Even with this weird hairline and his big head.
Yeah, he's got a large head.
He does.
What are we on?
Number 9, stud. I'm not going to call Aleister Black a stud.
Shane Thorne.
What?
He's a handsome man.
Oh, he's a stud.
He's a handsome man.
He's a stud. And number 10, Tino Sabatelli. He's a stud.
Oh, goodness.
Those guys.
Oh, Robert Stack says Cesar Bononi.
Banana. I agree with that totally. Stud.
Yeah.
Absolute studs. Blue Monkey G, top 5 times a big guy slammed a big guy. A Big Show, Mark Henry. I imagine there was some slamming going on there.
Lesnar, Big Show.
Lesnar,
they broke the ring.
Big Show, yeah, they did.
Braun, Big Show.
Yeah, Braun, Big Show.
Kevin Nash dropping Big Show on his neck.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the best one. Oh, about Hogan slamming Andre.
Yeah.
Was Hogan a stud?
No.
No, he wasn't a
Oh,
stud.
James Rodriguez says Finn Balor is number 1 stud, but he's not in NXT.
Not in NXT anymore, man.
Alex C. Power rank the worst possible call-ups tonight.
Worst possible call-ups?
Who could be called up tonight to SmackDown that we don't want to see happen?
That were like, oh, no, what?
I think it'd just be anybody that was called up too early.
Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to see that.
No. I wouldn't want to see Almas either. I want to see his story play out in NXT more.
Me too. Just throw up everywhere. Who wouldn't we want to see get called? Patrick Clark.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what? Why? What? He's going to get buried. Wednesday. What if we see Baron Corbin get called up to NXT?
I wouldn't be surprised at this point. First feud of Rude on SmackDown.
Adam Cole, baby.
No, SmackDown. Probably Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn. Mike Bennett.
No, it's not going to be Mike Bennett.
The newly branded Mike Bennett. Robert Stack said Keanu Reeves. Totally is. Kona Reeves, stud.
Corey Lockhart says, why is Cena acting like he's on drugs? He's just having a good time, man.
He's close to acting like he's on cocaine. He's definitely acting like he just does not care.
Oh, Milk Queen, worst call-ups, Moss and Sabatelli.
Oh man!
Although I liked Riddick's Moss promo before the main event at the house show here.
Yeah, he knew. I mean, he was comfortable. I mean, I would think after 8 years of being developmental,
you would think so.
Be
Although some people,
eventually.
it seems like they're never comfortable
At some point
on the mic. So I appreciate that aspect at least.
Miller B.
Stop with all that.
Sorry. Rob Van Eindhoven says, "Who's Mike Bennett?" Yeah, it's a good point. Who is that man? Cena has Barry face. That's gonna be a new
meme.
Create a wrestler, Barry face.
Oh yeah, Barry face.
Barry face.
Jared Zimney says AJ will issue the U.S. Open Challenge and Rude will answer. The place will blow up. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Shelton Benjamin who responds to the Open Challenge.
The place would blow up much harder if it was Rude, though.
Oh, probably.
Because like a lot of people probably don't remember Shelton Benjamin.
I just kind of feel like they might want to have Bobby in a feud before vying for a belt.
Yeah.
No fair. We haven't watched it yet.
No, but we will. Promise. Sonya Deville, bad call-up.
Too soon.
Too soon. Not too sweet.
Blue Monkey G, what's the worst thing they can do with Adam Cole, baby?
Baby.
I mean, they're putting him right in title contention. Obviously, they have high hopes for him.
Yeah. The worst thing they can do with Adam Cole.
Oh, wow. Milk Queen, friendos. I found a picture of the 2002 Young Lion class. They had Taguchi, Goto, Shinsuke and Bullet Club Hunter when they're like 20 years old. That's incredible.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Babies.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I thought Nakamura and Tanahashi were in the same class. It was them, the two of them, and Shibata.
I don't know. I thought you were right about that.
Yeah, if Bobby's called up, they'll still do, I imagine, a rude Roderick Strong blow-off. Roderick will go over. Sort of like what happened with Ty, where he got called up and still had his blow-off match against Eric Young.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. Patrick Sparks, when does Almas come up and on what brand? Maybe a year from now. Really establish himself on NXT.
I think it'll probably be after Mania. I can see it after Mania. And what brand? What brand do you want to see him on? So I see Authors of Pain on Raw. Do you? Yeah, me too. I think I see Almas on SmackDown.
Yeah.
I think I see that.
Nate Morris, why has Steve been so positive about bad things like beach balls and Rusev's burial? Not necessarily being... Well, you weren't positive about Rusev's burial per se. You just were like, what else did you expect?
It didn't surprise me.
Yeah.
It didn't surprise me at all. Like, I don't think I was positive about it.
No, you weren't.
But, the guy wants out. That's probably, that's what's going to happen.
Alex C. says, have you seen the latest Being the Elite? It made Tokyo Pimp his favorite Bullet Club member by a mile.
I got to watch that. I'm going to watch it at lunch today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Milk Queen says Tanahashi and Shibata were in that same class, just not in the picture.
What's your worst experience at a live show? Watching animals die by getting set on fire.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, that's it.
And then next up is this past year's WrestleMania. Oh, man. I remember just sitting there thinking, man, I wish there was like a room with like a cot in it so I can just like a hammock.
You want a nap room?
Yeah, I want a WrestleMania
nap
room.
At the Citrus Bowl.
Napa-mania.
Milk Queen does say SmackDown needs tag teams. They do, because after New Day and Usos, there's a huge drop-off in legitimacy.
Sanity.
Well, it's not going to happen anytime soon.
Sure it is.
But yeah, they should be the ones. Sanity should go to SmackDown, 100%.
SmackDown's too clean for the Authors of Pain. I want like the Raw, the red. It should be red.
You want to wear red outfits instead of the green ones?
Yeah, yeah. Take a cue from Seth Rollins. Yes, fun / WGPW Live.
Is around 3 o'clock it'll happen.
Correct. If Mania went an extra hour, would it have been worse than the XPW immolation? I'm not sure anything is worse than the XPW immolation.
Nate Morris, Rusev went from Money in the Bank winner to burial just because Road Dogg wanted Corbin. I don't know if it's just because of that.
To burial, just because. I mean, I guess the case could be made. I mean, I suspect. Here's my thing, though. I suspect that if they didn't go with Corbin, they would have went with Shinsuke Nakamura.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that Rusev would have been. I have no idea. I don't have any inside information whatsoever. But Shinsuke and Rusev, I think it was probably Shinsuke probably was going to be next in line for that.
Yeah, I would think so. I think so too. What's for lunch today? You having food here?
Yeah, I got food here.
All right, I need to go get something. Probably just run and get some chili.
Yeah, that's good. Maybe I'll go with you and get a salad.
Yeah.
Miller beer.
Stop with all that. Oh, good question. Matty freaking Ice. Owens' next feud should be with
Shane McMahon.
Oh, no, please.
That's what it's going to be. Regardless.
I know, but I don't want to see that.
Regardless of whether you want it or not.
I don't want to see that.
That's what it's going to be.
Okay, other than Shane McMahon.
Who should it be with?
So it's not AJ. It's not Nakamura.
Shelton Benjamin.
Okay.
That's who he should have his first feud with, Kevin Owens.
All right, we'll end on this question. Power rank top 5 sandwiches. This is from Robert Stack.
Grilled cheese #1.
No, not even close.
Yeah, man. Grilled cheese.
Do you want just kind of general type of sandwiches or something specific? I can tell you my favorite sandwich ever is.
Yours is
But it's
pulled
a very specific sandwich. It's the Dobby from Sam Horn's Tavern in Folsom.
That's too much, dude.
No, it's not.
It's way too much.
Perfect.
You're saying it's not too much? Can you please describe that sandwich?
Yeah, it's bread, a roll with thinly shaved steak.
I like you start off as if it's going to be subtle. Well, you have bread. We know it's bread. What's on the bread?
Well, it could depend what kind of bread it is. It's a roll. It's not like brioche or it's not a baguette. It's bread, thinly shaved steak, 2 fried eggs.
Okay, there you go. You're telling me that 2 fried eggs on a sandwich isn't too much?
Bacon.
Oh, my. Yeah, exactly. You're saying this isn't too much.
Cheese, but I don't get the cheese on it because I don't like cheese. And then Serrano chili aioli. It's fantastic.
2 fried eggs on anything is on any sandwich.
Makes it fantastic.
That's too much. That's fine. Just admit that it's too much.
If it was too much, I wouldn't like it.
It's way too much.
Like Reuben sandwiches are too much. Or sorry, Monte Cristo, because the Reuben sandwich has been deep fried. That's too much. You already got pastrami and sauerkraut and mustard on rye bread, and then you deep fry it. That's too much.
What are you talking about?
Other sandwiches.
What?
All right, I'm done. Bye.
Bye, guys. Where are you going?
What a jerk.
Come back here. I love you.